Oh, all right. What's going on, guys? It is. Oh, hold on. All right. Hopefully that's better. Um, it is week 5. I almost said week 3. What am I doing? Week 5 of Lost Woods Draft League. Um, it's Thursday right now. Me and John are. I'm playing John Wood this week. We are playing Sunday. It is not a fun matchup to play. We are currently fourth, although I think we are technically sixth because why am I above these 3-1s? I don't know. It shouldn't be, but I guess it's by points. I think it'll all get changed. But we are playing one of the 3-1s in the league, which is very scary. Um, John is one of the players I did not want to play this year because he's very good at draft. I don't really think I have to say much else about him. I mean, just look at the team he's got. Starting off with the Frig, and then Reggie Drago. He's got the Iron Valiant and Torterra, Suing Samurott Heatran, Zapdos Thwackey, Rhyperior Infernape, and Erebus. So I think this is going to be a very hard matchup. I think just in general, I think the matchup's in my favor. Um, but I have to convert that, and John is not one that advantage is easy to convert against. Um, Looking at his teams, like just week 1, he's bringing String Shot. Like you don't know. He brought mock. He sorry. He brought Vacuum Wave with Weakness Policy Rhyperior. Scarf Draco, Salt Vest Heatran. He brought Ally Switch stuff. Um, I don't need to talk about Iron Valiant. Um, I think Thwackey makes an appearance this week. Then last week he went with a very heavy setup team alongside Spexdos. So if we look at the team, I think the one Pokemon John knows for sure I'm going to be bringing is going to be the Screamtail. And I will tell you, he is right about that. I have no intentions of not bringing Screamtail and Reggie Drago. Drago said he probably goes for. I doubt he brings. Like just looking, he's used it 3 times this season. I think this is the most likely set he's going to go for. I think he brings Terra Steel. I think he brings the Terra Blast. Um, so we have to be careful about that. Um, I think the one unfortunate thing is Iron Valiant will be faster than Screamtail, which is why we also want speed control. So we bring the Regieleki. I think these two will be auto locks in this matchup. And if I did my stuff correct, or if I thought about this correct, 184, 92, I believe we are 1 speed point faster than Iron Valiant on Regieleki, which is huge. We will start with the Screamtail though. I do think one thing looking at John's team, look at his weaknesses. Huge ice weakness, huge flying weakness, decent fairy weakness, and then a lot of ground, a lot of fighting, a lot of sidekick. This this feels like a nightmare for John to deal with if I just can set myself up how I want to. Um, will I be able to? Honestly, I don't know. But we'll see when it happens. So Let's get going on Screamtail. Yeah, I just don't know. I need to figure out how I want to play it. So I could go Perish if I wanted to. I don't think that's really smart. Another thing, Rhyperior is going to be a huge problem for Reggie Lecky, um, for obvious reasons. Torterra very well. We could see. I get a feeling the Zapdos will come to pair with the Torterra, or the Zapdos will come to pair with the Rhyperior, as we know what Disquake Spam can do. Um, so let's get started. Screamtail versus Reggie Draco. We're gonna go with the play rough set. Does a decent chunk. How? So I never played during the Reggie Draco phase, or when this was like popular. So if he goes with the Steel Fang set, it's probably just gonna be 100. That, of course, if he Terra Steals, which is extremely likely, I can't really do much, but I am a-okay with that. I do think John's gonna be forced to bring the Heat Ran as well for heavy slam purposes. It's Screamtail again. We're probably gonna build this thing defensively, or just to be a defensive tank against John's team. All right, so we're at least gonna build this thing faster than Reggie Draco. I think. How fast is Screamtail? 11. Should we catch the Infernape? I think catching the Infernape is gonna be smart. No, I was calking from Scarf, right? Maybe? No, but I have booster energy. What am I doing? Okay, it's not even been a long day. Like I'm just dumb. Alright, amazing start to the day, Ron, you idiot. Alright, 46. Um, yeah, alright, that's good start. What do I need any offensive calcs here? So we're just gonna assume it's for 100. I'm fine with that. Rest of John's team. Rig. Not really gonna touch the frig with this thing. I don't think that's its goal. I can delete John's other teams just for my ease. Um, Iron Valiant will be an interesting one to get through. Like, we will chunk this thing quite a bit. I feel like we're just gonna calc 252 for stuff. I mean, we don't run Sash here. If anything, you're gonna run this set. Do we run 164? Probably not, but if we're able to two-shot this thing, that would be pretty huge. Um, I don't think I'm doing anything regarding Torterra. Hisuian Samurott. That's good against Hisuian Samurott. I'm fine to leave that as is. We're not touching Heatran. Yeah, it's not even bother. Zapdos. Decent chunk on Zapdos. I don't think it's smart to go after that, but Thwacky's gonna be hard to break through. Um, I don't think we attack Rhyperior with this. I think Infernape's the last realistic thing. We attack 4 HP. That's fine. Um, so that's good. We'll see if we want to stick with all this attack. Other moves on the Screamtail. It's pretty hard here. Main thing we are targeting is the Regidrago. Let's just look at just stats. It's a very frail team, if I'm being completely honest. Especially. We'll have to take advantage of that later. What complete surprise could I run? If I were to go a Terra Blast set, I think we need to start looking defensively here. That'd be fun to check. I don't know how he really hits me, or hits the Screamtail in general. So, um, I should just re-pull up his teams. I could close them. Do I have them on dial? Yes, I do. CC knockoff. Okay, you know what? Let's just start with the obvious one. We'll also slide these all the way down. Not my personal one. Let's start with the obvious one. We tanked that pretty well. Is there a way to get it below half? Or we do have. Okay, I'm gonna put this in here because this calculator probably knows something I don't. Save 28 EVs. I don't really care about that. 12, and we are jolly. This might just be a deal with it moment. Can still be max HP. To be fair, we are tanking this Terra Blast. So I'm not insanely upset at it. Even then, he's got to commit Terra against a Landorus, which he does not want to do. I'm willing to bet. Um, he ran. Nah, this is another annoying one. I think we just go Terra Steel and bring a defensive option here. I think Fire might just be better though. Terra Fire could work very well. I will give John's team props that he covers a lot of my options extraordinarily well. Um, it's just he has to bring all of them. That's the issue for him. This is a game that I think I would be in the driver's seat for. Heat Wave. Heat Crash. Heat Crash does a lot. But it lets us live, and it makes him make a prediction. So I'm honestly fine with it. I don't see a point in bringing Terra Blast here. So can hit you, hit you, hit you. All very well. The rest of you guys are The question is, what else do I bring? Snowscape is a very intriguing option this game. It sounds crazy. You know what else is a crazy option? Water Pulse. That thing sucks. Water Gun. Just kidding. Oh, that's a stupid idea. I mean, we cover these top options pretty well. I guess Ice, an Ice move could go a long way. Or we just go Encore to save stuff. We'll throw Ice Punch on here for now. Alright, we bring Ice Punch. Nothing frig, right? Yeah, no point. Torterra, though. This thing hits Torterra hard. It's kind of sad for a 4 times, but it's just really to make life miserable. Um, I think Screamtail having some speed control would be nice, but I think bringing a Trick Room option here could be a pleasant surprise. Like I said, I will have complete control against John. Reggie Draco is going to be the huge, fast control option here. Or Reggie Lecky, my bad. So, yeah, how does this feel for a Screamtail set? Um, I don't know how I feel about Ice Punch. I don't think Ice Punch is the move. Definitely not. I think thinking about it now, I think it's a cool idea. I don't think it's smart. We'll bring Encore here. I think this set can do us wonders. We'll go Ice Punch Encore for now. The Lecky. I don't know if I want Protect yet, but okay, so here's the thing with a Lecky, right? Lecky's going to be huge because it's going to outpace Valiant. John does have some fake outers, so I think we give this thing a cloak. I think a super intriguing option, though, will be Terra Water, Terra Blast. Is this good? Eerie Impulse could be a really cool option, but this is what I think could catch John off guard. It's John, you're gonna have to catch him off guard. A lot of the stuff that threatens Screamtail, will I open myself up to Zapdos and Torterra? More so Zapdos. but this could be an idea. All right, let's go Mon by Mon. Frig. Mon by Mon's such a bad idea, though. Like, what am I realistically trying to get at this? It's gonna force the right here to come. That's the first thing. No, we just go Terra Ice. Oh, I got rid of my Reggie Lucky. Like, realistically, if we go Terra Ice Sash, or like Terra Ice Cloak will be better. Gotta bring these to get around, and then that will chunk Reggie Draco. It will one tap Torterra. Let's make sure of that. While I'm at it, can I live an Earthquake? Hell no. Okay, that's fine. Iron Valiant. Again, this is like a pick your poison. He definitely brings Taunt Valiant, I think. This is so, and he also has this more standard set. Hmm. I wonder if Magnet Rise works through Rhyperior. I honestly don't know. Thunder Cage could be a really good option here. I think John, if I can get John stuck on the field. All right. Um, this would be Terra Ice now. So yeah, this is let's bring Magnet Rise as our last move for or we go Thunderbolt for just consistent damage. I think we go Thunderbolt. Um, check damage is good into Valiant. Very good into Valiant actually. I'm not planning on doing much to Reggie Draco. Um, kill Torterra. Frigg. Like, let's just look at a bulky Frigg or chunk Frigg. Um, Samurott. Let's say we are. Has John brought Samurai yet? Does John bring Samurott for the first time in this matchup? Is a possibility. I should try to get some defense against that. Let's just max this thing out on HP while we're at it. Or not max out, but bring it up. So we should be able to one-tap Samurott. Again, we're not doing much to Heatran. Oh, we actually chunk Heatran quite a bit. Heatran will probably be 8V, so very solid damage to Zapdos. Basically prevent whatever thwack he's going for. Grassy terrain, wood hammer. That actually does a chunk. Oh shit. If I die to the grassy terrain wood hammer, I might just uninstall the game. How fast is this thing? It's fast. Well, not fast, but you know what I mean. And my cat's trying to get out. That's funny. Rhyperior. I'm not touching Rhyperior with this thing. I have to Terra to do that. Um, Infernape. Yeah, so I think this is a pretty solid set. Um, I think the unfortunate thing is we have to get around the Rhyperior to get going, but we can deal with that. The question now is, we've established the support mons. What next? Um, I think we bring Glacier this week. I think it's going to make John hesitate for a Tricker mode. Glacier is going to be slower than 40. Glacier is going to be the slowest thing out there. We need to have a Protect on this thing, I think. Protect Terra Fairy seems good. Terra Dragon's also an option. Now that I think about it, let's see. I mean, this Glacier feels like it can do work in this matchup. Mainly because of all the ice weakness. I actually haven't looked at the Assault Vest here. Poison set yet. That looks pretty, could be pretty smart. I do think John is going to bring a Terraflying Rhyperior this week. But, oh, we have Icicle Cross for that. What am I saying? Um, yeah, so let's just start to evaluate Glacier in this matchup. Glacier Frig. Just Icicle Cross Protect. It's gonna do a very good chunk of damage. I know you're not gonna go this bulky, but like just in case. That's not worth putting anything. Reggie Drago. You don't go anything to help. I think it's just I've seen a. No, that's fine. Dragon Energy does chunk me, but it's not grassy terrain. Could we bring an iron defense set? Your standard iron defense stuff. It's my team. It's probably not worth it. Alright, can go hard after all of these mobs. This set. We're not going much at Valiant, but that's fine. We hit Infernape well. Glacier could honestly just win me the game. Just offensively. Like this set could just win me the game. Do I bring Assault Vest? We'll have to decide leftovers or Assault Vest, but we'll just calc all this stuff out based on the likely move we are going to hit each mon with. Still think Terra Fairy's probably the play. I mean, if we Assault Vest, it becomes a lot less scarier. But Terra Fairy's just safer. But then Steel will hit me very well. But we do tank that pretty well. Let's give you an Assault Vest for now. Mid speed. I don't know. I don't know yet. But this will be good. Draco. We chunk Draco. I think Avalanche is a really intriguing option to run alongside this. Man, I don't like this. This is gonna be harder than I anticipated, but we can cope with it. I think this is another matchup where just the mid-speed Pokemon are gonna do very well for me. And this is just a really good, like, make sure John can't get anything done. If we don't Terra, he does. Want to be able to tank that. Okay, let's start going down the line. Torterra, you're dead. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Samurott is next. Samurott's a really interesting one. This is definitely a mod that we Terra against. Although we do live the Sacred Sword pretty well. And if we get this thing, because Landorus will be coming to this matchup, we put this thing at -1. It's fine. Heat ran gets popped by high horsepower. Um, how do I deal with this? Because I'm gonna have a spare EV. I don't want to make this mon unoptimal, but Flash Cannon could come out against me. Heat Wave also could come out. Heat Crash could come out. It's not really touching me at all. Hmm. I don't like this. I really hate this. This right here is going to be really hard to get through. Actually, no, I know how to get through right here. This might just be what I run on the glass. Um, for Assault Vest, I think we just go. Again, I know I just built out the entire set. I think this is just going to be a lot better. Where are my special attackers? Heat Ran. Like, Heat Ran's going to be the big one here. Like Flash Cannon. If I get Flash Cannon here, that's gonna really suck. I go back to that 124 I was at. Sucks a little less, but it's gonna be something that I have to deal with, and I'm fine with that because I can just pop with high horsepower after. Yeah, for all the time I spent thinking, oh yeah, I can build a decent set, just ended up building whatever this is. So you are brave. Yeah, well, fun times. Yeah. So I guess the goal with this mode is to set up the trick room. Say, what can you do about it? All these taunters make me worried as well, so All right, let's bring the mid-speed Pokemon's that he should be expecting that I'm going to bring anyway. You can't intimidate me. I'm gonna make you bring the Thwacky. It's gonna be terrifying because you can't really stop it. I mean, what do you do against this standard set? Like realistically, like you're gonna be forced to bring the Thwacky. Like I cover you, I cover you, cover you, I cover you, I cover you, I cover you, I cover you, like I cover you. Like this thing just covers everything that I need it to. It doesn't cover the Frig, which sucks, but I'm fine with it. Um, I don't know. Something about this feels weird. Oh, he did bring Samurott. He brought a Sass Samurott before. Oh, twice. Who did he play week 3 that he did not want to bring Trick Room against? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, speed tiers. What do I need Landorus? Where does Landorus stack up? What do I need him to hit? Stacks up 91. Alright, let's catch Samurott. Alright, 212. It's pretty fast. We're gonna catch Adam and Samurott. Actually, wait. Better. Alright, let's just start calcing. Um, Again, start break, bulky support, yeah, fun times. Can I get Terra Blast up at all? Alright, that's benchmark we will hit. Reggie Drago. I mean, this entire mon is a ploy to get Thwacky in, so let's say we Terra Blast. Terra Blast. It's fine. Blow you up. Blow you up. I don't even need to talk about you. This thing is going to be hard to get through, but you can't exactly do that much to me. Alright, Rhyperior. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Put the rest of this into bulk. Let's go back down a bit. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Not really, but I'm gonna say I am. Alright, so at that point now that this team, you can see the plan. I think Latios will be the next mod we put on, I think. Due to I can get Air Slash, Luster Purge. Yeah, if I really want to, I can go Aura Sphere as well. Um, I feel like Latios and Dozo is just gonna be the last two. Just thinking about it right now, but like let's look at this Frick. We don't have anything for Frick, if I'm being completely honest. Like nothing. Draco, we've got Tail and Glacier and Valiant. We got Lando and the Tail. Torterra, we got the Glacier and Lando. Samurott, we have Glacier and Regieleki and Screamtail. These two for Heatran. These two for Zapdos. These two for Thwacky. Um, did I keep Ice Punch on you? I did. I'm gonna take Ice Punch off probably. Superior, Infernate. Yeah. So we have stuff that basically covers everything. I just want more offensive options. This feels weird right now. I don't know how I feel about this team. I feel like Latios is just such a good option into everything except the Samurai. Especially with how weak John is, especially. Yeah. I'm gonna put Latios and Dozo in here for now. That's like a yeah, this might be what I run. We'll decide on it later. Yeah, we will figure out the plan later. I'm gonna take a break for now. And yeah, I'll see you when I decide to blow it all up. All right, we're back, and I still have no clue what the hell to do with this team. That's just the fact of the matter. Um, Looking at some spreads, I am considering refining. Um, I feel like trying to commit to the trick room might honestly be better running mental herb than booster energy. Um, is not gonna be able. I don't even know if Ice Punch is worth running here. I don't know why I run Ice Punch to be honest. Well, I know why, but you know, good coverage into basically everything. I feel like there could be a better option though. I do think I will probably stick with booster energy. I think it's just strong because what if he doesn't bring Valiant? He's gonna bring Valiant, but what if he doesn't? Like, I've been trying to think about like, oh, Rockwell, who do you play? Hawk. I've been trying to think about what John brings into my team, and it's honestly really hard to say. I think me and John both have teams built to go into our opponent, not for our opponent to go into us. And that's what makes prepping for this match, I'm going to assume, very hard on both ends because both of us cover each other's options really well. That being said, gotta figure some stuff out. I'm not really happy with the Glacier spread, but I don't think it's gonna get any better. Um, I need to bring the big special attacker onto the team, and it's gonna be Latios. I don't think I need to explain why. All you need to do is look at John's special defense stat. 106 is his highest. For contact with my team, got a 142. Like, John is gonna get hit by Latios. And not sure what he can really do about it. I mean, there's options. I know there are. So let's see how we build this Latios. It's got a decent special psychic weakness. We do need a better way to knock into the Rhyperior, which I've got a couple options I'm considering. Let's worry about this because we can pair this with Quake Spam, and we can prevent the ground moves from his side. Um, I think bringing Protect will probably be smart. I think bringing Air Slash. This could honestly be a strong support Latios that we bring here. Because, yeah, his attackers Rhyperior, Valiant, Tortara, Samurott, Infernape. He's got huge physical attackers. And then a couple huge special attackers. Actually, majority are split, which is why this team is incredibly dangerous. Um, I think Air Slash will be pretty big. I think that's the first. Luster is 100% a bring. Do we bring Draco? Or do we go Terra Blast? Okay, so here's the one big issue is I'm not bringing, this is the wrong sheet, a lot for Frigg. I'm just not. Is that fine? Kinda, but nerve-wracking. I actually haven't used this site that much, so I don't really know. We got our normal Psychic. Bug and Dark. Do we have any Bug type or Dark type moves? No. Could this mean Meowscarada might come? Yes, after last week, do I want to bring Meowscarada? Absolutely not. But Meowscarada is a very strong option, as much as I hate to admit it. Alright, I have CBL open because I just subbed for a match that I won, thank God. Okay, let's just start. Did I say I was bringing Air Slash? Yeah, I mean it hits 4 of his mons. 5 actually. What, you two? You? Oh, it hits Gyarados as well. It's solid. I'm getting ideas right now. So we're gonna put air slash, we'll put luster on here. We will put grass knot for now. We'll throw Draco on there as well. We're not touching Frigg. For this Frigg might actually be like a I have to bring Meowscarada for this thing. 'Cause the thing is, does John so I can't get my mind around if John is gonna want to bring Frigg here. Because it's definitely a 50-50. Um so and the reason for that is he brought up week 1 for Armortail. No real surprise there. Brought up week 2 versus Rockwell, also for Armortail. He Both those were also trickery. Did not bring it week 3. Why? Because he played CJ. And CJ's team. Alright, this doesn't do it justice, but it's a trickery team. Um Week 4, he brought it with Armortail. I don't have priority on this team. And on top of that, I have a better trick room mode than him. So I'm slightly inclined to run the risk that he's not going to bring Frick. Risky, yeah, but I don't think he runs special defense on this thing. Draco one taps, what about? Yeah. And they're all like, this will probably be the most I have to deal with. Just Dragon Pulse. If it's Dragon Pulse, just not pick up. It's fine. If it Terra Ghosts, that's still do a ton of damage. Looks fine to me. Why do I hear police cars outside? Alright, Iron Valiant. This set, Air Slash picks up. Nope, it does not. What was it? Am I? Luster Purge picks up. It's really hard to say what John is going to run on the Valiant. Torterra. We should calc this with Assault Vest. It's gonna tank it pretty well. Let's calc it without Assault Vest. It's gonna tank that pretty well. That's fine. I've got a feeling Samurott will come strictly for reasons. Can I do anything in Heat Ram? Not touching Heat Ram. Not even if you run Bulldoze, you can't really touch Heat Ram. It is an attacking move, to be fair. I still need to check Grass Knot on Samurott. Damn. It's kind of sad. Decent as Zapdos. This team sucks to prep into. Holy. Um, the Wacky we're good into. Air Slash honestly doesn't do that much, or as much as I'd like into this. Is there a way? Yeah, this is a tank of a bomb. Getting the feeling that this standard set's just going to be best. Or I say standard, but do I need to run Air Slash? Could I get away with the Aura Sphere? I might try to get away with the Aura Sphere here. Because yeah, okay, so I can get what type ceaseless images. It's definitely dark. You're at -1. Okay, that's fine. I can live through that. Again, but the issue is, I think one of the major plagues I have here is going to be this Zapdos. Do I say that as I have Landorus? Yes. Still. Okay, what else? I don't really know what else I need to be looking out for in this thing. This could, like, hmm. Like, with this set, like, I have better options in the frig now. No, but they're still terrible. How are they this bad? I need to find a way through Frigg. Like, as confident as I am that John's not going to bring it, this is John. I'm surprised Sphere doesn't even do much. Oh no, a crit still does nothing. Anything, I guess we're learning Sphere's a bad move. One thing I want to check on the lander is I'm going to look for a specific move. And big surprise, it doesn't have it. Let's keep on going down the list. Reggie, Draco. You get blown up. Enough said. You're not running this set. I can blow up Draco if you Terra Steel. That's honestly super fine. Getting the feeling more and more. Or Sphere's not the play. What's the play? Do you get Ice Beam? You definitely do. You're not doing anything to break with it, though. Even more. Gives us another option to Reggie Draco. It gives us an unneeded option into Valiant. We will pick up the Valiant, no matter what. Does John run Spirit Break? Probably. How do we respond? Terra Poisoned and say, screw that. If another thing I want to see, if I can get this thing, I can't outrun it if I'm right. 124. Yeah. If I get the paralyze on you, though, I can work with that. Okay, fine with that. Torterra, you're gonna get blown up. So that's honestly a solid chunk of damage. We're not gonna be using that to deal with you. Or Heatran for a matter of fact. But it gives us another option to Zapdos. In fact, the Luster Purge does basically as much. And it's not super effective. It's nuts. Okay, you're like 12. Alright, you know what? Chill with that. Wacky. Can't believe how low-key pokey Wacky is. Nah, not gonna do that. Right, period. It's a lot of damage. Except when you're max with Assault Vest, it's not really, but I'm gonna give myself as good of a chance as possible to Luster Purge Draco kill that thing. Infernape, you're gonna be Sash if you bring it. No reason. Aridos, you're also probably gonna be Sash. Or John's gonna be a Maniac and bring that berry again. Um, I have all the offensive tools I think I need. I can just see what I need defensively. Starting with Farig. We know what John likes to do with this. Loves to clip Dazzling Gleam. Can't survive a +2, but I can survive a regular one. Maybe not as well as I'd hope, but I can deal with it. Okay, so that's something. As he like to run Sidekick, probably D-Gleam. I'm gonna pull this back up. He did run Psychic. He's gonna bring Psychic Noise for the Dozo. This means I need to be careful about that. Psychic, yeah, it's probably not smart. Running Poison as smart as it would be running Steel. Okay. Iron Valley. Spirit Break does a lot more than I'd like. Terra Steel shuts that down. I know I'm gonna bring this thing modest. I should just turn it right now. Update this spread. This is like just a deal with it kind of thing. where I just thought about something that I will look at after. Samurai, your bulky citrus attacker. Ceaseless Edge destroys me. Nothing will alleviate that pain. That being said, we just get this thing to -1 and then pray we survive. We're at 60 and 20, I want to say. I survive a regular sucker punch, so that's good. But definitely want to get the Intimidate cycle against that thing. And the Iron Valiant if this thing is max. But -1, we live. Such an annoying team. Um, Heatran, do I need anything? Probably not. Let's let's move this set right here. We can survive that better. If I Terra, I live a Magma Storm. Well, seeing that it's not, it won't be. John did run Life Orb on this thing. Right, this should give me a favorable. Um, just recheck the Samurott. Still live Sucker Punch. Zapdos will be a interesting one. We know what Discharge can do. We do have the better matchup into the Zapdos. Thwacky, I don't need to calc anything. This thing will be clicking Wood Hammer and Grassy Glide. I will give you a hint. I am Dragon type. Enough said. Rhyperior gets a bit interesting, depending on how John uses it. he likes his assault vest set. I do think I wouldn't be surprised if he brings the assault vest set this week. However, I don't know. I very well see John with a couple different options. Um, Infernape has Iron Fist. That's what it's called. Iron Fist. Oh boy. What does John like to run on this? He's like to run Flare Blitz, Close Combat. Yeah, I'm just not gonna tear against that thing. Do you get knockoff? What are the odds you do? Very high. You're not gonna do much to me with it, which is good. Yeah, what's this at? 92, 96. Why are you 96? Alright, I think this will be the set. Um, not too many complaints about it. One more Mon. Also need to make a decision on the Screamtail. I don't need Ice Punch anymore. I might bring Crunch as a coverage option for Frick. Alright, I'm just gonna check the speeds again quick. Oh, I need it for Scarflet. Yeah, so I don't touch the Screamtail. Alright, last Mon. What do I need here? Honestly, don't really know. I'd say I like Frigg coverage. I have a bunch of coverage into almost everything else. I know I said I was thinking about Dozo. Dozo does have Crunch. I wanted coverage, I could run Lash Out. Let's just peek the Glassroom real quick if we ran Lash Out. We do solid damage. Change this to Lash Out for now. Doesn't seem worth it though. Keep Avalanche. I also need to decide if I'm going to Squabbling tonight. I should, so. Do I want to run Dozo or do I want to go Meowscarada? Cons of Meowscarada, you know what happened last week. Cons of Dozo, I'm really committing to the Trick Room, and I don't have a completely stable way to set it up. Bringing these three, bringing these two. These back four, Meowscarada and Dozo, are the options. Might just sit on it for a bit. Yeah, probably sit on it for a bit. Or no, I want to get this done now. Alright, pros of Dozo. You just don't let John set up. He's more likely to break the Zapdos and less likely to bring the Thwacky if I run my leftover set, which went incredibly well last time. It did not. Um, Escarada just hits more for more. I think we build the Meowscarada as much as it hurts. Do I need to outs? Alright, let's say I do this. I can't believe how bulky Frig is. Well, then again, I have to build it like it's gonna be this. Oh, but it's gonna have like something on it, and then it's gonna get knocked off. So Loki solid. And that's gonna be good into everything else. The Draco. Of course you do the most damage. Of course. Iron Valiant. You also take a chunk. Knockoff does huge damage. Torterra makes you click triple axle. I am going. Samurai Weed. See, the big risk here is honestly going to be this Heat Ram. So if I'm looking at my team, you have super effective, you have super effective, not much else. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this thing. Can't even pick up Rhyperior in one. Oh, this might be an issue. I pivot to Dozo. We're pivoting to Dozo. I am not gonna deal with that thing. Okay, so if we run Dozo, we're gonna pivot to Dozo. I honestly think it's also gonna be better here. I'm thinking a Chestoberry set. Let's start. Want to bring Wave Crash. Want to bring Crunch. Don't want to bring Crunch anymore. Let's bring Body Press. Kind of sad. Let's get up to +1. Reggie Draco. It's kind of sad. Valiant. Better. Samurott. Feeling kind of ass right now. Yeah, I think instead I'm going to take a break because I now have no clue what to put in this last slot because options are ass. So yeah, I'll be back in tonight. Also, this glare, I just realized, holy, that's crazy. I need to lower that. Yeah, so hopefully it goes better later. So yeah, I'll think about it for a bit and see where we go. Still bad. Oh God, my window's closed now. Hello guys. Um, it is very late at night, so I'm gonna be very quiet while talking. Um, decided to go down to the local today, just to get my mind off draft for a bit. Thought about the matchup a bit more, and I think I've come to a decision. So I don't remember exactly, but I think the main thing I've been worried about is this Reggie Draco. And with this last Pokemon, I've been trying to get something that will, one, be able to roll through Rhyperior with good options into something like the Heatran as well, maybe the Infernape, maybe Torterra. Two can survive the Regidrago, and just honestly gives me support into a lot of what I need in this matchup. And then also something into Terra Fairy. So I've kind of come up with the option. I don't know why I didn't really think about it earlier. It's gonna be Toxapex. I think. I think we're gonna end up working with Toxapex. How do I want to run it? I'm not sure yet. The only thing I know for sure is I want to run this thing special. It doesn't get scald, which is super annoying, but gotta figure out how we want to build this. I think we're gonna build this Terra Grass. I think a Terra Grass regenerator set could be pretty good. Um, I don't plan on trying to poison anything here. Um, I guess leftovers is always an option with this thing, but yeah, we will start with just we want a special water move. I don't want to run Surf, but it might be the only option here. We can pair Surf with Avalanche, seeing that we don't do that much damage to I can work with that. Low key. It's synergy. We just aren't able to click it next to Lando. I mean, we can protect with Lando. Um, Honestly, we're pretty chill clicking Surf next to anything here. But I think Surf gives us an option with last year's Avalanche. I think the question is, what do we want to do with the Tox effects? Um, so I think Surf, but we're also going to we'll put Muddy Water. That does the same. There's no point in running Muddy Water. Hmm. I think Water Pulse is just going to do the same amount of damage. Yeah, there's no point in running Water Pulse. This leaves us with how did we get here? So I think we are gonna. So I know this, but like, imagine we go. What's our best physical move? Um, let's say we bring liquidation. We're doing less even when he's got Salt Vest on. So um, we're gonna stick with this special set. I think getting this thing some HP is gonna be smart. Assuming that this is John's outline. Do we go with a negative speed nature? No, I'm not really concerned about. I think we'll bring a zero speed, but I'm not insane. Oh no, I'm not like insanely concerned about underspeeding John. If anything, we can bring a bit of speed to try to catch him. So do we commit to the hydro pump? Oh no. I'm honestly super fine running. Might have to. But like realistically, like say we're hitting it with an earthquake and a hydro pump, like we're doing damage. Um, Even a surf's gonna do. It's not gonna do as much as I'd like, but I'm still gonna chunk this thing. I know a big reason I want to bring this thing is defensively. So we're gonna check. We're gonna want to poison move on this thing as well. And then I was also thinking about bringing infestation. So poison hits Thwacky and Valiant pretty good, which is fine, but it's mainly gonna be for, let's say, a Farigiraf that Terra buried, and look at that, there is a sludge bomb on the field. Can I make this thing do? Any damage? Can hit that for benchmark. You gotta understand this thing is gonna try to chunk us. Terra Steel will be our first option for some defense. Then Infestation's just a pain in the ass for just any Pokemon to deal with. Um, let's move over to Regidrago. So we're gonna be able to live that. Iron Valiant. Not really scared of Iron Valiant, if I'm being completely honest on this build. Um, Torterra. Torterra will do some damage to us. Earthquake will be a solid option. So we don't really want to get this thing against Torterra. I can accept that though. Bring Infestation on here. This also isn't really meant, this is mainly meant for the Rhyperior. So whatever else I can get with it is bonus points. including heat ran. Um, I'm not really gonna calc for anything else because yeah, I should defensively calc for actually he ran. I'll defensively calc for does chunk me. No, I said I was going terra grass. Yeah, so that'll be fine. I don't know why I swapped it off steel. Probably for Farig reasons, but like bulky support, I can deal with that. Um, let's say I'm not tearing against a Thwacky who clicks Woodhammer in grassy terrain. 252 damage, not being super effective. So Zapdos will be the last thing. This thing does damage. Luckily Specs won't pick me up, and then If I Terra Hurricane will chunk me, but I think this will be the set we run. Yeah. Um, Maybe I change a couple things. I think Infestation is up for debate. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna then Citrus. I think Recover, just a pain in the ass, is an option. Ice Beam, just so I'm not like I have so much stuff for Zapdos, but you can never have enough. I think Zapdos is one of the big issues, but I don't want to overprep. Yeah, I I think to fix you, maybe I run Surf. Yeah, I think this is something I really like. I think I have the option to shut down most of John's team, so I believe this will be what I end up bringing. Do I like some of these options? Not really, but I feel confident enough in the team that I can make it work. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Probably gonna lose. I think we always say this, but this is a very hard week, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah.